You've probably seen the video by now. It's been all over social media. That crazy shooting that left a 19-year-old fighting for his life. The footage shows the gunman jumping out of the back of a Mercedes and opening fire in what looks like a clear targeted hit. According to Merseyside police, the victim was shot in the back and leg before being rushed to hospital last Friday night, the 7th of November. The call came in at around 8:50 p.m. on Manley Road in HUYTON. Police say the victim's in a serious condition but stable. And in a bizarre twist, he even posted his own message from the hospital bed saying, "Can't keep me down. Watch the full recovery." That's the world we live in now, where someone can get shot, post a recovery video, and it goes viral within hours. The footage making the rounds shows the Mercedes pulling up beside the victim, the gunman hopping out and firing 3 quick shots from what looks like a handgun. The victim turns, runs for his life, and the shooter gets back in the car before the car speeds off. So far, no arrests have been made. Detectives say they're tracking the dark-coloured Mercedes as a major line of inquiry. And honestly, back in the day, that car would have been torched and dumped by now. These days, the younger lads seem more interested in keeping the flashy rides they commit crimes in. Detective Inspector Chris Clark from the Firearms Investigation Team said the footage is being used as part of their inquiry. He called it an appalling act and warned how easily innocent people could have been hit, because bullets don't have eyes. Police say this was a targeted attack, and they're digging into the victim's background too, especially after the way he reacted to being shot. Forensics teams spent the weekend scouring the street, knocking on doors, gathering CCTV and running searches. Residents said the gunfire sounded like fireworks at first. One woman told reporters she froze when she heard the shots, too afraid to look out her window until officers arrived. For people living nearby, it's shaken them to the core. One mum said she could see the police cordon right from her living room. A Section 60 order was brought in after the shooting and stayed in place through Sunday, giving officers extra powers to stop and search anyone in the area. Another Section 60 was later issued after a separate stabbing in Stockbridge Village, where a 15-year-old boy was seriously injured. Now, for anyone wondering, a Section 60 order is what the police use when they believe violence could break out. Normally they need a reason to stop and search someone, but under this rule, they can search anyone in a said area, no questions asked. A senior officer signs it off if there's a risk of violence or if a weapon's already been used. It lasts 24 hours, sometimes extended another day. It's usually used after stabbings, gang clashes, or when intel points to revenge attacks. Basically, it gives police breathing room to act fast and stop more bloodshed before it starts. But as this story unfolded, things got messy. Because the more details came out, the more it looked like something bigger. The name being whispered online was Marcus Allen, a 19-year-old from HUYTON, someone locals knew, someone who, years ago, went viral for a completely different reason. Back in 2015, he was known as the HUYTON schoolboy dancer, featured in a local paper for his street dance routines. Smiling, full of life. Fast forward to now, and that same boy is lying in hospital, bandaged up after taking bullets in what's being called a targeted hit. Social media sleuths jumped in immediately, linking Marcus to Liverpool's underworld. According to online chatter, Marcus is the son of Danielle Allen, reportedly the partner of Michael Riley, a man currently locked up in Spain. Riley's accused of orchestrating a brutal double hit targeting Ross Monaghan and Eddie Lyons Jr., both well-known gang figures. If those links are true, this shooting might not be random at all. It could be payback, a message to Riley's circle back home. Another theory floating around claims the shooting started from something small, a dispute over stolen bikes just an hour earlier. One post said, "This was about an hour before when bikes stolen from Marcus Allen," alongside a TikTok clip that quickly blew up. Police haven't confirmed that version, but it shows how fast small arguments can turn violent when gang tensions are already simmering. The alleged connection between the Allens and Riley stretches this story across borders. Riley was caught in Spain after a manhunt tied to what police called ruthless executions, gang killings linked to turf wars. People online are convinced this HUYTON shooting was retaliation, a way to strike back at Riley's side. None of it's been confirmed by police, but that hasn't stopped speculation spreading like wildfire. Thousands of people have been watching, sharing, debating. Then came the hospital video. Marcus, lying in bed, wrapped in bandages, filming himself. "Can't keep me down," he wrote. Defiant, unshaken. even taunting his attackers. "Next time, bring an AK-47, not a pea shooter." That clip split opinion. Some called it bravery. Others saw it as pure foolishness, tempting another attack. One post even claimed Marcus hinted he was armed that night. Marcus Allen took a knife to a gunfight, it said. Either way, it lit up social media again and made him part of his own story. Merseyside police moved quickly. That same night, officers set up a large cordon across Manley Road. Terraced houses, parked cars, floodlights cutting through the dark. Forensics worked under tents, picking up bullet casings, scanning for DNA. Helicopters circled overhead while officers went door to door, asking for footage. The following day, Section 60 powers expanded across Knowsley. From the M62 to Roby Road and Waterpark Drive, in just 48 hours, more than 50 people were stopped and searched. They found 2 knives and a Ford Focus, arrested a 24-year-old from HUYTON, and picked up a suspect for burglaries in Sefton. Police even detained a teenager on suspicion of attempted murder over the Stockbridge stabbing. Superintendent Carl Baldwin said the results were reassuring, but admitted residents had every right to feel shaken. Armed patrols stayed in the area through the weekend. Forensics widened their net, checking dashcams from the M57 and Huyton Lane. Crime Stoppers put out a call for tips, promising anonymity. And while gun crime in Merseyside has dropped sharply in recent years, Baldwin made it clear: one shooting is one too many. But the fear in Huyton runs deeper than statistics. Locals describe a normal Friday evening turned into chaos. One mother said she heard 3 loud bangs while putting her daughter to bed and froze, too scared to move. Another man said his son came running down the stairs shouting that there'd been a shooting. Days later, families could still see the blue and white tape from their front windows. For them, it wasn't just a crime scene. It was home. The tension hasn't eased since. Parents are walking kids to school in pairs. Shop owners are installing panic buttons. The stabbing in Stockbridge added more fear to an already anxious community. Across social media, people are angry and heartbroken. Many point to the same root causes: poverty, neglect, and young men being pulled into gang life with no real way out. Others blame government cuts, saying years of lost funding for youth programs and mental health support have left these neighborhoods vulnerable. Surveys being shared online claim over 80% of young people don't believe current policies will stop youth violence. And honestly, looking at nights like this, it's hard to argue. This shooting isn't just another statistic. It's part of a much bigger story, one about a community on edge, a city haunted by its past, and a generation caught in the crossfire. 2 teens hospitalized within hours on the same Friday night. Streets once lively are now filled with police lights and fear. Politicians call it a disgrace. Residents call it life. And as detectives hunt the Mercedes and track the people inside it, Huyton waits. The victim's recovery video ends with defiance. But for everyone else, the real fight is for peace. Because bullets don't have eyes. But communities do. They're watching. They're grieving. And they're hoping someone, somewhere, finally puts an end to nights like this.